Hey, I'm back with a new video. Let's go ahead and watch it together. But first, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another video from me. Okay, let's go. Hey, so I feel like I have not recorded a video in a while, and it's because I've been busy and I just didn't have the time to do it, which is perfectly fine. I'm here now, but I wanted to give a life update since I've been talking more about like my mental health, my panic disorder, agoraphobia, all those things. So I want to give an update about what I've been doing, what life has been like while I get ready. I have a virtual event to be to in an hour, so I was just gonna do my makeup and talk, or at least try to, because I have not mastered the art of that yet, and that's fine. So let's get into this. So since the last time I was on here, I restarted going to therapy, and I also have a psychiatrist now. So far I've really been enjoying both. Like, I haven't met the psychiatrist in person. I've only had like a phone appointment because there was a mix up with my appointment, but whatever, still got my phone appointment. And I really enjoy my therapist. I feel like we're a good match energetically, so it makes it really easy to talk to her, and it feels like a safe space where I can just spill my guts, and we talk about what we need to talk about. So the day that I went in for my appointment, I was extremely anxious, borderline about to have a panic attack, and I didn't want to go. Like, my stomach was hurting. I felt terrible that day. So I ended up going. I drove there. It's not far from my house, but the drive took way longer because I was so anxious. I missed my turn, ended up going the long way, and but the point is I made it. That was the goal. I just needed to make it there. I go in super anxious still, talking to my dad on the phone to help me relax and calm down. And I make it in there, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, okay, I can't breathe. I feel like I can't breathe. And I'm like, okay, you're going into panic mode. Like, okay, let's distract ourselves, get on your phone. There was really no one else in the room, so it was kind of hard to distract myself. But the second that I really did want to run out, that's when my therapist came in and called me, and I was like, oh my gosh. So as soon as we start walking, I'm telling her, yeah, okay, so just so you know, straight up, I was already diagnosed with agoraphobia and a panic disorder, yada yada yada. And she's like, oh my gosh. So we start going into that, talking about my experiences, how difficult things have been for the last 10, almost 11 years especially. And right away she asked me about, how do I feel about medication? And up until this point, I had thought about it, but I was always like, no. My eyebrow is too forward. Let me fix that. But I had always just been like, no. But this time around, I was definitely more open to it because I deserve to live a better quality of life. So, we basically go through my life's history. A lot of talking in that hour, but we got a lot done. So she sets me up with an appointment for the psychiatrist, but like I said, there was an issue with the appointment, so it ended up being a phone appointment. I ended up getting prescribed my medication that same day that I had my phone appointment, which was I think it was a week or so after my therapy appointment. So everything was moving pretty fast. I started taking the medication that same day. I got prescribed anxiety medication and antidepressants, but I didn't start taking the antidepressants until a few days later because I wanted to give my body time to adjust to just one and see what it was like. And honestly, it wasn't that bad during the day. It wasn't until nighttime where I started feeling crazy, but it wasn't the medication's fault. It was my fault because I took the dosages too close together that day because I hadn't picked up my medication until I think it was around 4 p.m. So I just took that second dose like way too soon. So I had a lot of trouble sleeping. I felt like I was like hallucinating. Um, it was pretty bad. I didn't end up going to sleep until around like 1 a.m. that day. So the next day I was like, yeah, okay, let's not do that again. Let's space it out. So the next day was a lot better. It's been over a week now of me taking the medication, and I haven't had any bad reactions. The first time I took the antidepressants, it wasn't that good. It wasn't that good because I think I ate too much and I got really bad acid reflux, and that caused me to not be able to sleep. It also has made my already very vivid dreams way more vivid, and it's actually it's a little insane, but you know, I can work with it. I'm actually like very excited to like go to sleep at night because what's gonna go on in my dreams today, you know? Um, so yeah, so far so good. I've been talking about my experiences like on my Instagram and on my Threads account. So, you know, if you have one of those, be sure to follow me. It's myvenussoul on both. I don't like how the front of this eyebrow looks, but honestly, I'll fix it later. But yeah, I'm just taking things one day at a time. That first week of the anxiety medication, I was like knocked out. I was so freaking tired. I didn't have the energy to do almost anything, but I was proud of myself for allowing myself to rest without feeling guilty. Like, no, you have things to do. No, the thing you need to do right now is just rest, and that's okay. So that's what I did. I was drawing just a little bit, but like I said, it's kind of hard to focus, so didn't do too much. I couldn't drive because I was so freaking tired. It didn't make me feel any hungrier. It didn't make me feel any less hungry. The only reaction I had was me feeling very, very tired. Something I will say is I've been experiencing this weird feeling where I've been feeling less anxious but more anxious at the same time, if that makes sense. Like, I've been feeling a bit better, but I think that better feeling is so foreign to me that it makes me feel anxious. And like a few days ago, I was supposed to go to the store and I just could not do it. My body was not having it. And I was proud of myself because I wasn't being like very hard on myself about it. You know, you can't do this today, but maybe you can do this another day. And that's exactly what ended up happening, because yesterday I was very tired yesterday. I think dreaming so vividly just makes me sleepy. But yesterday I ended up running errands for like 4 hours, and it made up for the time I wasn't able to do the things I needed to do, which was great. But today, once again, so tired. I woke up this morning, fed my cats, and then I went back to bed. I woke up at like 12:40, and then I was still exhausted. So today has been another day of me not pushing myself, because clearly my body needs the rest. Also, I'm doing a very simple makeup look because I already know I'm tired and I just don't want to do the most. I'm using this purple blush from ColourPop. The color's in Hypnosis, if you were wondering. But yeah, simple look, simple little chit chat video, nothing too extreme while I get back into the swing of, recording videos and stuff. I really didn't want to like push myself. I don't like pushing to create content because it just doesn't feel authentic to me. I know I'm adding a lot. Don't mind me. I'm gonna get it together, okay? But yeah, it doesn't feel authentic to me. I need to really just feel the need to record because I personally enjoy recording videos. But yeah, I just wasn't feeling it, and that's perfectly fine. So with the antidepressants, I know they don't really start to take effect. Like, it takes a few weeks, and right now I'm on like week 1, or completing week 1, going into week 2. So I'll definitely do a check-in if I see any differences, because I am no stranger to depression by any means. We're not best friends, but we're like we're like cousins or something. Cousins that might not be on the best of terms. But yeah, just taking things one day at a time. Giving myself the time that I need to adjust. Being more gentle with myself. One thing I will say that I really have benefited from in terms of being so tired is I've been able to slow down. I recently wrote a blog about, the importance of like slowing down, not trying to keep up with every passing second and minute and hour. I'll put like the link or something on the screen and in the bio. But it felt really good to write that and to be able to reflect on the changes that I've been making in my life as of late, because I feel very fortunate to have the privilege of even being able to slow down and change course, because it's definitely a privilege, and I'm not going to overlook that. But essentially, I've been able to pay more attention to my thought patterns, how I feel emotionally, how I react when I'm reacting through, reacting in an emotional way that's not necessarily healthy or not necessarily productive. That's what I'm trying to say. And learning that it's important in any case for me, like, not to be responsive in a reactive way. Like, someone does something to me, I don't need to respond like that. It's fine for me to sit and wait, because that is what works for me personally. What do I always tell people? Figure out what works for you and, do it. Explore that. Get comfortable with that. Your way of doing doesn't necessarily mean it's going to match my way of doing, and vice versa, and that goes for anyone, and that's okay. I feel like, I have experienced this so much in my life, but so many people have tried to change the way that I do things, or force me to do things that I don't want to do because it's different from how they do things. And that causes a lot of conflict in my life, because we're not the same person, and it's okay. Like, chill, leave me alone. Like, if you can't appreciate someone for who they are, maybe you should just put distance between you two. If you're not able to even show like respect. Respect is really important. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Doing my eyeliner, well, like mainly just doing the wing and talking, is really difficult. Oh, okay. Now getting them to match on camera. This is not pointy enough, and that is what I need. This is actually like the second time that I've done my makeup since I started the medication, because I've been so freaking tired. But I wanted to do it today for the virtual event. Also, the virtual event that I'm going to, it is called Cousins Night. It is hosted by House of Glock, which I'll also put on the screen or in the description box. I've talked about her before. It is the mid-year funeral where we're releasing what we no longer need to hold on to. So I'm going to be writing a letter. I'm going to be setting it ablaze. If I can find things to like throw out, you know, whatever form of release I'm being called to today is what I'll be doing. And I'm very excited. She also hosts a end of the year funeral. So same concept, except it's at the end of the year. So by the time this is uploaded, it's probably too late. You know, if you're like, ooh, that sounds cool, it's probably too late to sign up by the time you see this. But you should definitely sign up for the next one. Like, follow her on social media, same username everywhere. Subscribe to her Patreon, okay? So you know, so you can keep up with all the cool stuff she releases, okay? And be nice to her. Don't be a dick. Thank you. Okay, my eyeliner is done. Since it's a mid-year funeral, I'm naturally gonna wear black. I'm thinking of just putting on a black dress because dresses are easy to put on. But I don't know what color lip to do. I was thinking about doing a black lip, but I don't have... So I have a black liquid lipstick, but it's not very good quality and it flakes and stuff. So I have this liner, so I think I might just line my lips in black and slap a gloss on it and call it a day. We're keeping things simple today, okay? Because that is what my body is telling me to do, so that's what I'm gonna do. So outside of like me going on medication and giving myself time to adjust, I don't have too many announcements or anything. Too many updates, I would say. And I'm not gonna say like, oh, I'm gonna start posting more starting now. I don't know. I do not know. But I'm just gonna, you know, slowly allow myself to get back into the swing of things and continue to give my body the time to adjust, because like I said, I just started taking medication. I do want to talk about like the importance of having a support system while going through changes like this, or through any like transitional period in your life, any type of adjustment period, because I feel like things have been a lot easier because I have people to depend on and talk to, and people that understand me, and even if they're not going through the same thing, they're still holding space for me, and that really means the world to me. 1 second, let me line this bottom lip better. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Okay, yeah, we got somewhere. Good. But yeah, having a support system and a community that I can depend on has been such a beautiful thing, because I was feeling really down about, like, I don't know, like in the community aspect of things. But I think a part of it was the one, me being an overgiver, which is definitely a problem. I'm gonna powder this but through a napkin. Okay, cool. Yeah, being an overgiver and doing the most for people, and it's like, these people didn't even ask for this. Like, you kind of need to calm down. Like, you really don't have to do all of this. And that's absolutely right. I was actually talking to a friend about it, and she said she dealt with the same thing. And it was just like it was such a, I would call it like a revolutionary moment for the both of us. Like, oh my gosh, like there's changes that we need to make. No wonder we are burnt out from connections. But it's because we're kind of just doing too damn much. Sit down. Learn to, tend to your own garden. So that is what I've been doing. I've been tending to my own garden, making sure that I'm good, making sure that I'm not over giving and, exhausting myself. Because one thing that can happen when you over give is you can become really resentful towards people. Like, you don't do these same things for me, blah 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 blah. And like in my case, the people, I didn't tell this to them, but it's like, we didn't actually ask you to do any of this. You offered it, or you chose to, and it just became something that something that I was used to doing, like something that was ingrained in me. But just because it's ingrained in you doesn't mean that it's healthy by any means. So that's what I mean when I tell people, like, you need to check yourself, myself included, because you might be doing things with good intentions, but it doesn't mean those are things that you need to be doing. So being mindful is really, really important. Also, I got a lash curler and I'm so happy. Okay. I think this will be the makeup look, to be honest, because I don't feel like putting on more makeup. Okay, so I went ahead and changed, and now we're at the end of my check-in, let's chat video. Get ready with me, whatever this was. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, keep in mind though, my knowledge on medication, like anxiety medication and antidepressants, is very limited. I only know what I've learned within the last week or so, don't expect too much. Or if you need some encouragement or something, message me, leave it in the comments. Follow me on social media. If you want to DM me and you want it to be private, I'm perfectly okay with that. If you are going through something very similar to me, I'm sending you all of my love. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.